things, but you've got to believe in yourself. And I think with Harry, having the opportunity to go into this season as a captain as well, he's got to put those performances in.
And again, he's a player who, when he plays to his full potential, he's an excellent centre-half. I mean, he didn't get in the team of the Euro 2020 tournament for no reason, did he? I mean, he deserved that accolade. He was excellent for England, has shown for United that he can be a brilliant defender. He just, again, he stay injury-free, play with confidence, and he'll be fine.
Boy, you've hit the word there, confidence. You'll have to go on the football pitch believing in yourself, and ultimately, if you don't believe in yourself, it becomes a bit of a problem. I think at a club like Manchester United as well, you're constantly under pressure to perform. And if you don't perform, everyone wants to let you know you're not good enough to be at this football club. But the majority of the boys bounce back, and I'm looking forward to this season to see how many of those boys are really up for this season.
Training close to us here now, the new signing Tyrell Malacia. He's quite slight, isn't he? He's quite small, but like Eric says, he's powerful, he's fast, and he fits that profile. This is again what Eric just said in his press conference. Actually, he fits the profile of a modern-day fullback. Be excited to see him play.
I am, but I'm looking at the team in general. I think we're a small team. We're not the biggest team, but we're definitely not the most physical of teams.
Yeah, I guess we're losing Pogba and Matic's size in midfield and height. Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. But like I said, the modern-day player, majority of them are very slight. If you look at the real good Barcelona team, they wasn't the biggest, but the way they play football proved to everybody it's not about size.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable team, to be fair. That Barcelona team, which did us in Rome 2009 in the Champions League final, one of the best midfields you've ever seen in the game, I think. Training with Tyrell there, Donny van der Beek returning from Everton, of course, that loan spell he had there. Huge campaign for him. And we're saying this about a lot of the players, aren't we? It's a big one for a lot of them, but Donny comes back working under the Dutchman, Erik ten Hag, with Mitchell, another Dutchman in the ranks. He's got all the people around him now to really achieve the levels he can, and let's hope he does.
Yeah, we have to hope, because I think since he's been at the football club, I don't think anyone's actually believed in him.
Yeah.
Now he's got the opportunity. The manager's come in that sold him originally. He's played for him. He's come to Manchester United. Now, let's see what he can do under his previous manager. Let's see if he's got the confidence, to bring out that form. So why Manchester United paid that money to bring him to Manchester United.
At the back of the group here, as they do this exercise, just watching on for now, Amad and Alejandro Garnacho. Now, where do you think they fit into this current group? Obviously, Garnacho had a brilliant season for the under-18s, made his United debut. It's a breakthrough season for him, and he seems to have the world at his feet. And Amad, who went to Rangers on loan, didn't play as much perhaps as he wanted to, but obviously arrived from Italian football for decent money. So what happens for those two, do you think?
I think they'll all be given opportunities, though, because however you look at it, we're still very slight. We've not brought in as many players as we would have liked. I think we're possibly 4 or 5 players short. Because we lost, 4 or 5 players in the summer. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what we do, transfer window-wise, and what players we bring in, and then go from there.
Yeah, Eric hinted actually that there would be, he hoped, more signings coming through the door. But we travelled with 31 players, so obviously a lot of them are the younger players, but in terms of numbers, there's probably too many here, don't you think? They will obviously maybe shed some?
Yeah, possibly too many. But like I said before, and we have to be very, very honest. I was having a chat with Den yesterday, and he said, I was saying to Den, we're still light.
Yeah, we lost a bit more quality needed, experience maybe.
However you look at it, we lost what? Pogba, Matic, Mata,
Cavani.
Yeah, they're four big players. Regardless of what people want to say about them or what, they're still 4 big players. Now you got to try and replace those. So once you bring in another 4, ultimately you try and look at the same kind of quality as well.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka here training. He found himself displaced in that starting lineup by Diogo Dalot. Yes, Diogo had some really good performances, but still people perhaps question sometimes his defensive mindset. Obviously great going forward, we know that. And then it's sort of common thought, isn't it, that Aaron's brilliant defensively, but maybe could improve his attacking output. He seems to have done a lot of work over the summer on that. He's posted videos on his social medias of the work he's been doing. He's done extra. Do you think under Eric his game will advance and he can once again regain that spot?
You'd like to believe so, because if you're going to be brutally honest, the modern day fullback, he has to attack. Yeah, that's what everyone expects from. But he's got to defend. He's got to be able to defend 1v1s. And if you look at what Manchester United have had over the years, if you look at someone like Patrice, left back, or for instance Gary Neville, or whoever it's going to be,
or Denny we've got with us here. Brilliant both ways.
And you've got to be. But like I said, even more so that the modern day left back now, he actually plays as a left winger. So I'm hoping that Wan-Bissaka this season, steps up, proves to everyone that fantastic defender he can actually go forward and produce more.
When you were playing in pre-season, Coley, and did open training sessions and things like that, I mean, did you want to put on a bit of a show for the fans as well? Obviously,
pre-season, I think me personally, I was saying yesterday, pre-season is about getting fit.
Yeah.
The fans might be expecting a little bit more than you can give, because this is going to be your first game. I think when we were playing our pre-season, we didn't have so many big games like Liverpool, the first pre-season game. We weren't playing games
starting
like that.
strong, isn't it?
Exactly. So you'll have a little bit more time to actually warm to your task. But I think here everyone's going to be expected to hit the ground running, which for me personally, that's not what pre-season is about. It's about getting minutes in the bank and getting yourself fitter for August the 7th.
You can back in with his knowledge of United, been able to help out Eric and Mitchell.
Steve's a very good coach. A real good coach. So it'd be interesting, because naturally it's changed. The team's changed, the personnel's changed, So if Steve can bring the same kind of intensity that he did when he first joined us, it'd be very, very good. But like I said, it's a different set of players. The mindset's totally different. He's got to get those players back into that winning mentality and understanding what he's like to play for Manchester United.
What do you think of the way Eric conducts these sessions? Because the ones we've seen, he always seems to be right in the mix of everything, doesn't he? And gets very, very involved.
I think everyone's different now. Because like I said, if I'm looking at my time playing under the manager, he never really got involved in the session.
Yeah, he kind of got less, didn't he, as he got more experience as he aged through his career. He started off really hands-on.
Yeah, he did. But even when my time was here and Brian Kidd was the coach, majority of the time he used to leave Kiddo too. Yeah, he used to implement his plan via Kiddo, but Kiddo used to put on the sessions. Then when Steve came, it was the same kind of thing. So when I'm watching like the new modern day managers now get involved, for me I find it a little bit strange. I really do.
Because you're not used to it now.
No,
it's changed.
The manager's actually getting involved, and I look at it and say, well, it's different. But as a player, I'm not sure how I would take it. Because you're so used to the coach taking all the sessions and the manager wanting what he wants and then stepping back.
Just doing a bit of work with the ball now, again, getting sharp. What's the rough split when you were playing of sort of ball work and fitness? Is it literally all fitness first and then...
100%. 100%. What I see...
I bet you were desperate to get a ball out, weren't you?
When I see these guys, what they do now, the ball's out from the first day. I can remember when I was a kid doing pre-season.
Never saw a ball.
We never, ever saw a ball. I don't think we see a ball until the second week. And we just used to run and run and run. But that was a mentality back then.
Yeah.
If you can't play, you're running them off the pitch. You turn around and say to yourself, well, ultimately, we're professionals. Everyone's going to be fit.
Yeah.
So it's a big, big change. The way things are now, sports science and what players look to do and what coaches look to do. It's just brilliant.
Do you think our lads will have to get fitter then if they're going to play the way Eric wants, fitter than we have been?
I'm going to be honest with you, Sully. It's not a case of that, because I genuinely do believe every team in the Premier League is fit.
Yeah.
You can't turn and say, well, they're fitter than us. Well, ultimately, if you've had the same time span as them, why are you not as fit as each other? Because you're playing.
It's more about working harder.
There you go. So it's all about elite level. It's about getting players in the right positions as well. We always just say, once you get people in the right position, it saves your legs. Because you're thinking with your head, and ultimately that's what you're doing.
I'm looking forward to seeing the game tomorrow. I mean, Rashi putting a nice little Megs there on Zidane Iqbal. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the game, seeing just how Eric's going to set up. You've got sort of ideas, haven't we? We've got ideas from seeing him at Ajax, but be interested to see what he does.
You mentioned Ajax there. Ajax is going to be totally different to Manchester United.
Yeah.
I think with Ajax in the Dutch league, they're expected to win the league.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're the
We used to be
fastest
expected to win the league every season.
There you go. Now
and that's what we want to get back to.
There you go. So now we're not expected to win the league. So we're chasing 2 other teams.
Yeah.
You know, to get ourselves back in that position. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see how he adopts to the Premier League. And you just touched on the systems.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fascinating game, and can't wait to see how that Liverpool game goes. I think we're just about done for us pitch side here.
Okay.
The players are knocking the ball about. We're going to watch a bit more, I think. But what are your first impressions then of, because we've all met Eric for the first time on this trip, and really, really excited to see how his United team will look. But what are your first impressions of him and his stuff and what he's doing?
Yeah, I think ultimately you go by the players' feel and their vibe, and I think everyone's enjoying training. You know, it sounds like he set out a clear plan how he wants to play, what he wants from the players, what he expects from the players. I think as players, once you have that, you know, you got no excuse. I enjoy pre-season. But if you're putting the work in and you're enjoying training, it makes it a little bit easier. Definitely.
Yeah, you always enjoyed getting fit though. When you were fit, you enjoyed that feeling.
Definitely. I don't think there's any better feeling.
Yeah.
You know, once you complete your 6 weeks of pre-season and the season starts, you know you put the hard work in, so you got no excuses.
Yeah.
You know, so when people talk about you're not fit enough, I'm turning around and saying to myself, well, how are you not fit enough if you've had a pre-season? You know, so I think that's a poor excuse when people say that.
And I said when you were fit, as if you're not fit now.
Well,
you're still pretty
I'm not as fit as I want to be, but and I'll take it for what it is.
All right, that's it from us at pitch side. So Coley and I will hand back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much.